Carbohydrates are essential. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this today, but a quick reminder, if you guys will please click a like down below, be greatly appreciated. If you are not subscribed or following, please do so. And if you would be so kind as to drop me a comment down below the video to give your thoughts or to say hi, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, let's get over to this topic. Carbohydrates are essential. Now, when people say they're not, they're referring to a specific term that means dietary essential. And for those who don't understand what that means, that's actually one of those things to where current researchers want to create an essential carbohydrate. By the way, this is actually a topic. It just hasn't been fully accepted. They want fiber to be considered, or at least one type of fiber to be considered to be an essential carbohydrate. But what essential means is that your body is capable of making something out of something else, right? So it's not essential if you can make it. Essential means that your body has no ability to make this substance out of something else, okay? So are we clear of that? Your body absolutely cannot make it through any means. It has to be consumed. All right, and for those who don't know in terms of calorie things, so again, carbohydrates being a macronutrient, there are only 10 macronutrients that are essential. Out of the 20 amino acids, 8 of those are essential. 8 out of the 20, which means your body cannot make those 8. And then all your protein is made out of the 20 amino acids, right? We can make the other 12 out of other amino acids, including the essential ones, right? We have 2 essential fatty acids, and people say omega-3 and omega-6. No, that's not actually true. The vast majority of omega-3 and omega-6 are not essential. We can make those. There's 2 specific fats: linoleic acid, which is one type of omega-6, and alpha linoleic acid, which is one type of omega-3. Those are the only 2 essential fats. Okay, there's over a dozen other polyunsaturated fats. We can make all of them out of those 2. Okay? We just can't make those. So here's the issue with all of this. You know, people say this and then they're just like, well, that means we don't need it. No. You need glucose, okay? We can make glucose out of other stuff, but you are dead in minutes. If you have no glucose in your body, you're unconscious within a matter of seconds. You will not be conscious after a minute. Like at 1 minute mark, you are completely catatonic. You're completely unconscious, you hear nothing, you think nothing, your brain pretty much shuts down. You don't dream, nothing. All right, so are we clear on that? You cannot function without glucose, which is blood sugar. We make it out of other stuff, and it is so critical that our bodies have learned to make it from the others. We can convert about 50% of the protein we eat. Okay, we can convert about 50% of the protein we eat, our liver can convert it into glucose to keep us alive. And around 10% of the fat that we eat, we can take the glycerol backing, and there's a pathway to make glucose out of it also. Okay? And the reason our body has the ability to do this is because it's so essential for our survival and to even retain consciousness. Let's not even talk about living. For you to just stay conscious and to be able to think and move and have thoughts requires it. Within seconds, your brain starts shutting down. You can no longer think, hear, see anything. You black out. It is so essential that our body makes it out of other stuff. But because our body can make it out of other stuff, a bunch of people make this claim, oh, well, we don't need it. Well, if you want to be fit, you need it. If you want to have muscle, you need it. If you want to have all these things, we need it. And here's the problem. It's like, what are you going to eat in place of it? You know, because they have this crazy idea. Well, we can get by on none. It's hard to get by on none, actually. It's not that easy. Number one. Number two, they're like, well, we can eat other things. But it's like, it's not like you're eating essential things either. People say, what do you mean? You know how hard it would be to get most of your calories from essential nutrients? Well, it would be less than half the protein you eat because, again, think about how protein breaks down. Only 8 of the 20 amino acids are essential, so the other 12 are not. So any protein you eat, over 50% of that protein is non-essential. Okay, well, how about fats? You pretty much would have to chug seed oils. Okay, that would be the only way you could get most of your fats. You'd have to be very, very, very picky in which ones you consume. For 50% or more of your fat intake to be essential, you would have to live on basically seed oils, and only certain ones. Okay, is anybody looking at this going, does this sound ideal? No. And ironically, the same people who scream that carbohydrates are not essential are terrified of essential fats. People say, what do you mean? Ask any of them about linoleic acid, because there's only 2 essential fats. They're like, oh yeah, linoleic acid's poison. It'll kill you. It causes all sorts of oxidization. It causes cancer. It's like all this stuff. It's like, but you were just saying, we only need essential things, and you were saying you don't need carbs, but then one of the only 2 fats that are essential, you're saying it's poisonous, but you die without it. Okay, number one. Number 2, then the other one is alpha-linoleic acid, and they're still like, well, it's an inferior form of omega-3. So then they'll eat they want the non-essential ones instead, is what they're going after. So what a bunch of weirdos, right? The same people who will scream about this, you'll look at the breakdown of their diet, and it's mostly saturated fat and other stuff, or some monounsaturated. It's like your whole diet. Your diet is like 80% non-essential calories. So why are you even making this point? It's a weird ketocarbophobia point. The reality is, most of the longest lived cultures on earth all eat very high carbohydrate diets. Most of the fittest athletes on earth all eat very high carbohydrate diets. This is a nonsense argument by diet cultists who are taking a specific nutritional term and pretending it means we don't need it. It's not essential. Yeah, it's not dietary essential, meaning your body can make enough of it from other stuff if it has to, for you to not drop dead. That is what it actually means when they're saying essential. Okay, it doesn't mean that you won't die without it. You'll be dead real within minutes. You'll be dead. It's just you can make it from other stuff. You have stores of it in your body, and you can make it. So again, utter nonsense. Absolute utter nonsense. It's just absolutely ludicrous. So again, remember that when people bring this conversation up. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.